Hi, lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda's channel. Thank you so much for all the love and support. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of ours, you guys are the real MVP.
So lovelies, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok and I thought to share with you guys where some, pen-colored people were all out giving all of the positivity that Orange Man will not be swelled in. This actually got a lot of people writing like, why are they all out saying this right now? Like, I was able to put up some stitches because a lot of people were actually, stitching and giving the reasons why they feel so. I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. Alright, lovelies, let's dive into it.
Good morning from South Jersey. I am so exhausted. I'm tired. I know I look like shit, but I don't care. I have to share this with you because I think it's such good news. And I feel so much confident, more than I ever have, that Donald Trump is not taking office. He is not going to get sworn in. It's not going to happen. So I'm just going to give you some information, and I'm going to get a haircut, and I'm going to go to the pool with my mom, hit the sauna, and I'm going to go to bed early. I am wiped out. This all wipes me out too, I was up to 960,000 views on my thing, and everybody commenting, really, really nice, but really, really nasty too. Oh my God. Anyway, I'm grateful for all the friends. So here's what I want to share with you. Jack Smith, who just did the January 6th report, right? Him and a slew of other people spent thousands of hours on this thing. It's a thorough report. It's 180 pages. All the transcripts, all the communication between Donald Trump and everybody, everything that everybody has said, the actions they took, from moment to moment, they analyzed everything. And they found that Donald Trump is without a doubt the cause of the insurrection. A scathing report. He is without a doubt. And here's the one sentence that I got out of what I read that says it all. Donald Trump, they say, Trump planned to declare victory regardless of the outcome. How many times did he say that over the phone to whoever? I don't care what the outcome is. He caused that insurrection. They also recommend that the 14th Amendment, Section 3, be followed, and anyone that causes an insurrection is no longer eligible to run for office, ever. Hold any elected office. So that's their recommendation. And here's what I'll go to you guys, because I don't want to take too long, but this is really good. There's 3 people that have to see the committee report and the recommendations and all their data before they can act on it. This report doesn't go straight to Biden, and he's looking at it now. The report didn't go straight to Biden. It's not allowed to. It can't go to Biden. The report has to go to 3 people. 3 people. Those 3 people are the Director of National Intelligence, the Attorney General, and the Secretary of Homeland Security. Those 3 people. They take a look at it. They figure out what they just analyze the whole report. How are they going to act? And they just absorb the entire report. Then they will act on it. The recommendations of the committee, that we should follow the 14th Amendment, that Donald Trump didn't, it's just all information. It's up for those 3 people now to implement what they're going to do based on that report. The Director of National Intelligence, the Attorney General that heads the DOJ, and the Secretary of Homeland Security. Why those 3 people? And I was thinking, how could I best explain it? I could best explain it in medical, like a doctor, nurses, healthcare. The DNI, the National Intelligence, the director, they're assessing everything. In medicine, you always assess, right? You analyze, you do blood work, you do this, you do range of motion, you listen to the lungs, you take x-rays, you assess. So the Director of National Intelligence, her role is really to see, is this proper? Is this all right? All this intelligence? Okay, is it valid? And then you got the Attorney General, heads the DOJ, the Department of Justice, FBI, CIA, the police force. They're like a surgeon. They're going to go and implement the plan of attack. It's where the metal meets the meat, right? Literally. Oof. Anyway, where the metal meets the meat, where the rubber meets the road. That's the surgeon, the Attorney General, implementing what they need to, making the arrests and putting them where they need to be. Right? That's the surgeon. And then the Secretary of Homeland Security, they're the one wrapping up the dressing. If it was surgery on the arm, you wrap up the dressing and you make sure it's nice and snug, right? Everything's safe. Everything's where it should be. Nice sling against your body. It's protected. Those three things. So what better three people? Those are the three people in our government have chosen, in our system of government. Those are the three people that receive a report like this. Now it's up for them to implement it. So here's what I want to share with you. I'm 5 minutes in. I'm sorry if I'm not going fast enough. We got the report yesterday. When do you think they got the report? You know they got the report at least 3 weeks ago. I think it was just before Christmas. Because since Biden can't look at the report, he cannot see it, and they knew that it was getting near completion. These three people finished their evaluation along with all their people that work with them. I'm sure they really, really evaluated and figured out how they're going to handle this report and everything that goes with it. Is it valid? What do we need to do? How are we going to do it? Right? That had to be done on Christmas because remember? They called Joe Biden and Kamala back to Washington, D.C. Conspiracy thing. Oh my God, the sky's falling. They're going into the 15 stories below. They were called back because these three people were going to share what they found, how to implement it, to put their heads together. In fact, these three, of course, bounce things off Kamala and Joe Biden together. They probably, now how do we implement? How do we move forward? They know how they're moving forward. Tomorrow, Wednesday, after the Intel Committee discussion on election interference, that's the last thing they're going to evaluate. They'll just add that to another list of all this other stuff. And then what's going to happen? Tomorrow night or Thursday night, I'm telling you right now, in the middle of the night, there are going to be arrests all at the same time. Thousands of agents involved. And they're going to take them away. Do I seem happy and, all that stuff? No. This is all dark stuff. There's no, I'm not happy about that. Hopefully, though, wherever Donald Trump winds up, they'll have a driving range. Honestly, he can chip and putt inside, I guess. Get a little cup, maybe they'll let him have a putter inside his area. Go outside once a day and drive some balls. I don't want to see anyone suffer, but you got to answer for what you've done. You incited an insurrection. People died. And when he was asked the other day, well, what did he say about the Washington police that died in the insurrection? He didn't even acknowledge the question. He just goes, well, someone did die. They were shot. The MAGA woman, her death is on his hands too. When you drive someone to a drugstore and they go in to rob it and they shoot the teller by mistake or whatever, or, they get panicky, they shoot the teller and he dies, the person that drove is just as guilty as the person that shot. Donald Trump, he might not do any jail time, but he's going away.Maybe to a detention center. I don't know. But again, let me just tell you he's not getting sworn in. He's not going to be the next president. You think that we're going to let the world think that we have a lunatic like this at the helm? What, are you shitting me? Hopefully people from the MAGA group have got their mind straight and see the lunacy of all this shit. Greenland, Canada, Panama, he's losing it. And he lost it. He doesn't deserve to be there. And we've known this for a long time. That's why I have no MAGA people in my life. Never will. Ever. I think you guys should all have a tattoo placed on your forehead. Just like a swastika on the forehead. Oh, so yeah, I'm tired. I'm cranky. It's 9 minutes in. I'm sorry, but I'm feeling it. And I'll be happy with you later. I got to get some sleep tonight. I'll talk to you tomorrow. But yeah. Joe Biden and Kamala were called back to Washington, D.C. to meet with the Director of National Intelligence, the Attorney General, who heads the DOJ, and the Secretary of Homeland Security. So the plans are already in place. They're gearing up. They are gearing up. Donald Trump is tucked away in Mar-a-Lago, shitting his pants. It's on lockdown there. Vance said that. What did Vance say? Well, I don't even think I'm going to go to my to the swearing in. And guess what? Let me just share this. To answer to that, they passed new legislation recently that says this. The new legislation further clarifies that the vice president's role in certifying the election is entirely ceremonial. Right. He's not legally bound. They're letting him know that. Because if he's aware of all the stuff that goes on and he goes to swear him in, he's part of it. He'll go to jail. That little fat chipmunk face, doofy ass. He's not going to be there. He's not going to swear him because Donald Trump's not getting sworn in. Donald Trump is not going to be our next president. So I hope I look better. I'm going to go get a haircut. I'll get some sleep. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I am puffy and tired and I'm riled.
Hey, good morning from South Jersey. Just wanted to come up here to a little high ground outside my hometown. Well, it's my hometown. I don't know if I should say it, but I'm in South Jersey. I just got a haircut, and I wanted to say hi to you. We had over a million views on the video we did 3 days ago, and yesterday's video is almost hitting almost 500,000. So there have been a lot of responses, and I just want to reach out to you and say I'm thinking about you. Thanks for thinking of me. I'm going to respond to each one of you. There's been quite a few responses. A lot of them great. You know, the hatred out there is, you know, subsiding, I think. I think even the people that supported Donald Trump see that it's just not going to happen. It can't happen. Hegseth? Come on. It's a dog and pony show now. But the stations are starting to reveal what we talked about yesterday, which was the fact that Joe Biden didn't even get the report first. He couldn't, because it would become political. And I shared with you what I had found out about the 3 people that received it: the Director of National Intelligence, the Attorney General, and the Secretary of Homeland Security, right? And their findings, which they revealed, and they have to act on, right? They get that report, now they have to digest it and figure out how they're going to act. And they did that just before Christmas. That's why Joe Biden and Kamala came back to Washington, and they had to share with them, this is what we found. This guy wasn't going to step down. Here's how we saw it, here, and here. And then the Director of National Intelligence, she takes a look at that data. Where did it come from? Who did it go to? Who was he saying this to? Is it valid? Can we... Yeah, confirm. She confirms everything they're looking at. Is it truthful? Is it meant to divide us, or is it honest? Is it honest information? Yes, obviously it is. This guy did not intend to concede. And what are the recommendations? Follow the Constitution, the 14th Amendment. That's our recommendation. Does that have to go to court? No. He's a clear and present danger. What are you going to wait until the whole world is like Los Angeles, and he's going to set us all on fire? He cannot take office. He's dangerous. Hegseth in front of the military? It's a dog and pony show now, people. So today is the intelligence hearing on election interference, which is just terrible in itself, right? Undermining our democracy. The majority say one thing, but a few people are going to manipulate it. That's not good. So when they confirm that occurred today, I would say it's going to be tonight. Why wait? Maybe tomorrow night. But honestly, tonight or tomorrow night, why wait? You got, I bet, a few hundred agents all ready to go for the few dozen people that they're going to arrest overnight, all at the same time, on cue. I hope it's like 3 a.m. I bet it's going to be. So this morning's video, which I was trying to do, but I messed it up, I wanted to share that, you know what? It's a terrible thing to be Donald Trump. He's probably one of the most unhappy people on the planet. He had the world. He could have been a very humble public servant, but nothing was enough for him. I want more and more. I want to give it to my billionaire friends. I want to he has no empathy for the regular people. And we thank God that the men and women of the 3-lettered agencies are going to come to our aid. The silent heroes behind the scenes that don't toot their own horns. They work in silence. And they're going to pounce and save us. They're going to save our democracy and save our nation. And the world is going to breathe a sigh of relief, and we're going to applaud them. The Attorney General, who handles the FBI, the CIA, and law enforcement, you think they're going to let this clown come in and, with all his doofy-ass cabinet and everything, come in and cut everything apart and rip our country apart, tear down these institutions that maybe they need a little bit of tweaking, but there's so much integrity and goodness in our government that they really are. Come on, man. Him going in and doing that, all it does is makes us vulnerable to our enemies. If they were going to do anything to us, it would be as soon as he takes office, if he were to take office, but he's not going to take office. Donald Trump is not going to be our next president. They came up with that decision at Christmas. That's why there's the air of confidence and everything, and the poise that Kamala showed, and this January 6th, when they had to confirm the ballots, she did it with grace and poise. They know what's coming down, and it needs to. You can't have, he's a clear and present danger to us and the world. So breathe a sigh of relief. I brought you out here with me today. I created this jacket. What do you think? Huh? Pretty cool. Oh my God. So anyway, listen, have a good day. Go outside, go for a walk. I'm going to go for a walk. I have a treat for you later. I have a story I'm going to share, and then I'm going to sing you a song. Prepare yourself. But it's appropriate. You'll see. It's a good thing. And you guys can join in on the second verse. All right, listen, be happy. Donald Trump is going away. See ya another day. Bye, Donald. Jesus, God, it couldn't happen soon enough, but guess what? We learned a lot about our fellow Americans, right? You can't let people like that in your life. And you learned a lot from people, didn't you? And it confirms who you knew were like you. And it's a good thing. We are going to become a tighter nation, a better nation. The world is going to breathe a sigh of relief. Man, thank you for the people reaching out from me from outside the United States. I appreciate it. 6 minutes, 15 seconds. I'm going to cut it short. I'm going to go for a walk, and I'm going to sing to you from my dad's office. It's a good thing. You're going to like the story I share and what I'm going to say. But anyway, oh, my haircut. What? Kabam. All right, guys, get outside, breathe the fresh air. We got our lives back. Dummy's going away soon. It's going to be a cold snap coming around, so you better get outside and enjoy it now because it's going to get bitter soon. All right, peace out from South Jersey. Be happy. Donald Trump's going away.
Thank you, Mr. Trump. Canadians are already tightly bound to your country physically, economically, and culturally. So your threat to absorb us as a 51st state of the United States of America forces us to ponder our values and reasons for remaining a sovereign nation that claims to be independent. I am a proud Canadian, a third-generation Canadian of Japanese ancestry. My parents and I were born and raised in Canada, had never visited Japan, yet were incarcerated during World War II as enemy aliens. Years after the war's end, when we were still in poverty, a $1,500 scholarship worth more than my father made in a year made it possible for me to attend Amherst College in Massachusetts. I am forever indebted to the U.S., where I moved in 1954 for 8 years. And nevertheless, I chose to return to a Canada lagging far behind in support of scientists, especially in my chosen area of genetics. I chose to return because Canada was different, not better, but different from the United States. And those differences reflected values that mattered most to me. Canada had a health system available to all, regardless of economic status or ability to pay. Tommy Douglas was a huge hero to me and all Canadians, a champion for the poor and disadvantaged. And I was proud of the equalization policy whereby the provinces that are better off economically share some of their wealth with those that are not doing as well. Now, as a biologist, I know diversity of genes, species, and ecosystem have enabled life to survive and flourish in an ever-changing environment. The enormous diversity created by elevating indigenous nations and immigrants from all parts of the world into the fabric of Canadian society provides adaptability and resilience few other countries have as we confront the ecological and economic limits that we face today. I have never regretted my decision to return home to Canada, and I thank you, Mr. Trump, for reminding me why. I hope all Canadians reflect on this country and why we will fight to preserve our differences from your great nation.
America can't invade Canada. Trump can't conquer Canada. America is not in a position to conquer anyone. When I was working on the next Civil War, I spoke with a lot of counterinsurgency experts from the United States, and they made it pretty clear that the American military has learned painfully over the course of 70 years that you cannot really hold a population against its will, even if only a tiny fragment of that population considers you holding them against their will. So, if they can't hold Baghdad, I'm not sure why they think they can hold Montreal. But the truth is that what this is really is the ramblings of lunacy and imminent breakdown. And that's what it's really a symptom of. I mean, I think you can see Los Angeles is burning and they can't stop it. They can't even stop blaming each other for it. Ordinary citizens, some with Ivy League degrees, are starting business elites and to widespread approval. They don't have even a shred of solidarity. And to you need solidarity, and that is the one thing they absolutely don't have. America's also not used to aren't divided from them by an ocean. They would suddenly have an enemy that was along this huge border. And also, they're extremely vulnerable to attacks on their homeland. They're not a people used to suffering for war, which inevitably they would in this fantasy situation. That doesn't mean that Canada's out of the woods or that suddenly we're not actually under very deep. We need to prepare for economic, political, social, and cultural chaos. It's just actual conquest is not really in the cards.
Like seriously, lovelies, anytime I come across, stitches like this, I keep asking myself, like, how did everyone, get to this stage? How did everything just, skyrocketed and everyone is just looking for a way out? Where was this energy during the campaign? Where was this energy during the time of, election? Where was the energy during when people were casting their vote? Like, all these things I'm seeing, all these, stitches popping out, I'm just seeing it as a medicine after someone is already, in sickness. I'm just seeing it as a form of crying over a spilled milk. I don't say that what the first guy is saying might actually be wrong or right. He might not be sworn in or not. I don't know. But the thing is that all of this advocacy, all of these findings were all there even before he actually decided that he was going to contest. So during the period of time and the investigation, why didn't they do all of those background investigation before allowing him to run for the second time? Like, why didn't they actually do the needful before allowing him to, to run? Like, seriously, the world is just seeing all of the things happening like a movie. The world is just laughing. The other day, he was convicted, even if he was discharged or something. Like, the first person who is supposed to represent the entire nation. Like, what does that actually tell? That means he is the first person who is ever convicted to be the president. Oh my goodness, America that was supposed to be so big. Like, what do you actually think that the neighboring countries will actually think of the giant of the world? Like, seriously. Like, this is just giving drama, it's giving movies, it's giving unseriousness, it's giving, child's play. Like, all of these things are something that they probably could have done before, the D-Day. But no, they refuse to do their own diligence, like their own due diligence. They refuse to do their own research. You got yourself, or your party actually got itself a candidate with so many historical stories upon stories. So there are no other candidates who might probably represent, Republican or all of that. And you got yourself a candidate that has, even if it's all false or lies, nobody actually know, but he already have a dense background. He's known for this, he's known for that, all the negativity that he actually is known for. But still, yet, all of those signs were ignored and they pushed him and he became, and now people are just running helter-skelter. They are beginning to see the reality in front of them. What I noticed is that before the a lot of people never knew that things are going to drastically change this way. People never knew that it would turn out to be this way. They all thought it's, the way at which it used to be. Let's just put people that someone that looks like, just make the supremacy and all of that to be maintained, and we don't care the outcome. They never knew that it's going to eventually affect everyone. That is why everyone is just running helter-skelter to see how. Like, seriously, some of the people that actually voted for him, if they see a way to pull him back, they will do that. Because they are filled with regrets. They never knew that things might turn out this way. So many people who actually voted were just like, oh, let's just vote for voting's sake. They never sat down to think through, to actually do their research, just the way at which people that looks like me, assuming a lot of people followed suit to the way at which people that looks like me reasoned, we wouldn't be here, talking and writing so many articles on how to, he's not going to be there, he's not going to run the president. No, it's something like this will not be happening now. But no. The energy this energy you are bringing here now, energy of so many pan-colored people, especially also POC and all of that, that energy was something that was supposed to be in place before the election, not after the election. I also heard that some group of women want to embark on a woman's march, which I at least, stitched their video. And they are getting so upset to the fact that people that look like me, women, do not want to get themselves involved. Why would they want to even get themselves involved? Why are you all being the women? What's going to be the outcome of this women's march? This march was supposed to be held before the election, not now. Because this is just crying all over the spilled milk. You kept a milk somewhere that probably that it was supposed to fall. You ignored it. You were it will fall. And after you were supposed to do the right thing that, to keep it where it's going to be so safe, but you decided not to, and the milk spill, you are all crying. No, it's all your fault. It's all your fault. The women's march is not even necessary right now because the timing is just the problem. It would have been so beautiful if that was done before the election. If some group of maybe pan-colored women or other POC women call upon every woman inclusive, before this election, let's all come together. Let's do this women march. Let's try to advocate and let other women know that women need to have their own rights. This is what could have been done before the election, not after it. That's why I am still in support of black women for telling them that no, do not get us involved. We are resting, we are on vacation. Because the time that you guys actually had to do the right thing, you decided to use sentiment all over everything. You decided to. I will never forget a clip. I think it was actually a podcast where a pan-colored woman was asked, why do you actually want, why don't you want to vote for, And she was like, I don't want her to be the next president because that would mean that white men will be at the back of the seats, making it possible for, black men and other POC men to be at the front line. So it was just all about the race. And when you talk about race, a lot of people want to make you understand that race or race shouldn't be a thing. But the system is being run by putting race first. So who are we really deceiving? We're deceiving ourselves, Anyway, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section. what you think of this video. Please subscribe to this channel if you're here to do that. Like, share this video, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.
Just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. Please subscribe to this channel if you're here to do that. Like, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.